Hello everyone. If you're wondering why you can't see me, I'm just having a bit of a munching moment, comfort food, as you will. But yeah, I just wanted to do this live stream because I've had enough. I didn't even mute it on the other side, I'm sorry. Let me stop talking. I've just had enough of YouTube and I don't know what I want to do anymore. Manny should be joining us soon, so he's going to pop on, but we're just going to have a random babble about YouTube and all the stuff that's been going on because it's just not right, really. Just annoying. They look talking to the devil when he shows up. Well, he did show up.
Hello.
I can't see you. I'm just hiding from the meeting.
Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hold on. Hello.
Hello.
There you go.
We could hear you in the first place, so I don't know what you're doing.
I was. Are you live? Oh. I was not sure.
Are you hiding? I said, are you hiding?
For a second. I'm just trying to. I need to fix something real fast in my room.
There's both people come on. There's two watching now. Ginger, are you still here?
You know how it is. My computer being slow.
Oh no, I pushed the button and I don't know what it is. Oh guys, pressing buttons. Still here. No, Ginger, what I'm trying to say is, I understand YouTube can be a pain, but right now, I mean, it's like today, I spent all day editing this video, for instance, right? And then before it even processed it, oh, sorry, this has been copyrighted. So I spent all day editing a video that's been copyrighted, and now, I mean, I just couldn't be dealing with it, so I basically deleted that video. So I was like, oh, I just can't be dealing with this malarkey. And then I just feel like with YouTube at the moment, you have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, or you have to fake a load of shit just to get views or to get subscribers. And that's why we can't get views and subscribers to smaller channels. And I just think YouTube has got a screw loose. I really do. I really do think YouTube at the moment has definitely got a screw loose, and it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be sorted. I mean, if they want me to email them, I'll go ahead and I'll email them. I don't give a poop. I will email them and say, listen, get your facts fucking right. And never swore because it makes me angry. Get your facts right and sort it out. You know, it's just not on. Why should I have to dress like a slag, like a whore, have makeup all over my face like Coco the Clown to get the views and to get the subscribers? Why should I have to do that? I ain't doing that for no one. And then if I go out exploring, for instance, why should I have to go in an abandoned building that's very dangerous on my own? I'm a single female on my own. I ain't putting my life at risk just to please people, you know? Why should I? You know how I feel about it, Manny. It's just not on, is it? Let's be honest. It's just wrong.
No, I know. Give me 1 second, okay? Keep talking. Give me a second.
You look good, Hunter. I wish I felt it, honestly, because people make you feel so small because of the way they dress, the way they act, and with loads of makeup on, this, that, and the other. And it's just like, this needs to be addressed, you know, because let's be honest, right? Probably the only reason they've got loads of subscribers, loads of views, this, that, and the other is because of all that. Because basically, they're just acting like slags to get that attention they need. You know, that's my thought on it. It just makes me really, it's made me really angry today. And then I'm sat there thinking, what's the fucking point? You know, and I'm swearing again. What is the point? Because I can spend 5 hours, I can spend 24 hours editing a video, making it look professional, making it look really good. And then I get like, I don't know, 3 views on it, 3 comments. And it's just like, really? I sat there for 24 hours, mostly editing a video for what? For what reason? Why did I even go to all that hassle and bother when no one really gives a shit about it? You know what I mean?
I do.
Oh, hold on a minute. I will come on in a minute. I'm trying to eat at the same time I'm having a babble.
Do your thing, dear.
I'm hungry. You see, I don't know whether there's any Ginger. I don't know whether you're a female or a male, but us girls, when we're upset, we eat. Well, I like to eat. I'm not like one of these anorexics. Like, no, I can't eat. I'm gonna be sick down the toilet. I can't be with that. Me, I eat. I like my food.
That's a good thing.
I do time zones. What do you mean? What do you mean, babe?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Explain what Ginger says. I do time zones.
What do you mean time zones?
I'm confused. Help me.
1 second. What do you mean you did time zones? Ginger, are you in America? Half women, half men. What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about? A little bit more detailed. I need some. I'm not getting it.
Another time zone. No. Oh, where are you then, Ginger? Are you somewhere else? Is that what you're saying?
Are you in a different country? Oh, Canada. Okay.
Oh, you should join us one. You know, Ginger. If you ever want a good rant and a good babble, and you just want to splurt out anything, you're welcome to join me and Manny, because that's what we do. We basically blurt out what other people don't. Because to be honest with you, I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. I'll say it how it is because I'm very, very blunt. And if you don't like that, then sorry, but that's me.
I'm trying to. Northern Paranormal Investigation says, guys, who gets upset like to kick ass and chew bubblegum? Apparently,
No. Basically, what we're saying is I've just had enough of YouTube, and I didn't know whether to quit because it's all stereotypical. You know, you have to look a certain way, and you have to act a certain way. You have to look like a supermodel basically to get views or subscribers, or you have to fake a load of shit. I'm sorry, I'm not going to fake a load of shit, and I'm not going to look like a supermodel because that ain't me. Sorry, Manny, what was you going to say? Before I butted in.
No, you're good. I am adding you. I was adding you on some of my stuff. No, I was reading his comment. Like, no, I totally. I guess I'll add to this. I totally agree, Natalie. Like, I understand that. Like, I today I was sharing with her, Natalie, today off of live stream, that like one of my favorite YouTubers, Rhyme Style, he pretty much talks about like, you know, it's a grind which you do. You grind, you really work hard in your editing and stuff like that. But I know it's difficult, and like especially as a starter channel. I mean, the way I got my 1K was I just did a lot of hustling, and not to say you're not, but I did a lot of sub for sub channels, and I guess I'll admit that. And that kind of got me my 1K and stuff like that, and now it's been a slow grind to get to 2K and stuff like that, but you know how I feel about this. I think you should continue to keep grinding. I mean, you keep doing what you're doing, honey. That's what I'm pretty much saying. Like, don't. It's rough. It's rough how to because it seems like if you don't do the sub for sub channels, or you don't do what, like you were saying about, I guess if you don't look like a certain way, I guess people are not drawn to that. But I think it's
No,
silly.
because I feel like that you have to these days, right? Okay, if you go on any woman's channel on YouTube, anyone, vloggers, anyone, I'm sorry, I don't care if they all see this and they say, right, she's a bitch. I don't care. If you go on any girl's channel, they're all dressed like slags, and have their makeup a certain way and this, that, and the other. It's just like, really, do you really need to? Basically, it's like, do you really need to flaunt yourself to get yourself out there? That's what I'm saying. Why? Why should you have to do that? You know, I don't understand. Why should you have to flaunt yourself just to get yourself out there? It's not on.
All right. Are you reading the comments at all? You want me to read the comments?
No, I understand that, Norse, but yeah, I get that. But the problem is with me as well is the fact that, you know, these days with paranormal videos, people expect you to keep faking it. You know, it's like you have to fake it to make it. In other words, that's what they do. And also with me, I don't drive. So I basically am selected to where I can go on my investigation, very selective. And then not only that, I'm not going to go to a abandoned building on my own because I'm a female who is a private investigator on her own, and going to an abandoned building on my own, let's be honest, that's absolutely stupid and downright ridiculous. I'm not going to put my life
Right.
at risk just to please YouTube. I shouldn't have to.
No, you're right. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what they're saying. There are many in the paranormal who never show their face, yet had thousands of subs.
Maybe they just don't like me because I'm just downright blunt. I'm a blunt medium. I can't help it.
No, I wouldn't say that. I just think like I just feel like I don't know. It's hard. YouTube is hard because of, you know, the fact like this making good quality content and good videos and stuff like that, and making the thumbnails and apparently the hashtags. I'm still working on all that stuff. It just seems like YouTube can be hard, difficult because it seems like you have to like put yourself out there a lot, like a lot of promotion, a lot of like, in a way, it's like I don't know. Like, do you feel like sometimes even the big YouTubers fake, like not fake, because we do know that they fake a lot of their stuff, but it seems like they look for a lot of the attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, that's what makes it difficult for us because they're faking, people think it's real, and they're just like, basically, if they're faking a paranormal channel and they've got thousands of subs, people think, oh, that's really real, that's really happening. And then when you've got a real channel like myself or North Nottingham or whoever does paranormal that do it the real way, they're like, well,
Or
we're
me?
fake. Yeah, oh, you, sorry. And they're like, we're fake. But we're not fake, we're actually real. But yet they think the fake ones are real. I'm making sense, you know what I mean? That's how I
Yeah.
feel it's playing out at the moment with YouTube, and it's just an absolute fact. I just don't get it. I just don't know whether to carry on, whether to quit. I'm in limbo.
I don't know.
Oh, excuse me. I ate really, really quick and now I've got hiccups, so bear with me. I got the hiccups.
I said there are circles like my own where there is no drama. It's where you choose to be or watch. You're a real hunter, no bots. Oh, you're a real hunter, no bots. Huh. Are you saying that she's legit? Is that what you're trying to say? What do you mean, like, you're a real hunter, no bots?
I mean, if it wasn't real in what I did anyway, I wouldn't have a diploma, would I? You know? Just like, come
True.
on.
No, I guess, like, I don't know, I should drop any names, but I know a few circle of, oh, gotcha. Okay. I know a few YouTubers that me and Natalie used to watch a lot, and like a lot of that group, they like all fake their videos. And like I was telling her today, there's like um it's hard not to drop names because I don't want to be a jerk, but I know this one individual, not personally, but you know, I remember seeing her channel like be at 3,000 and now it's 11,000 because she knows like other YouTubers that are kind of like big celebrities. Like, so it's like if you don't know someone really big out in YouTube world, it seems like you don't get a lot of those subs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but apparently it's not all about subs as well. Apparently it's all about watch hours and stuff like that. Fair enough. But to be honest with you, I can't even get the watch hours. You know, that's even difficult. Yeah, Huff. Yeah, you're right there, Ginger. I tell you.
Well, I wasn't thinking. Well, him too, but
and what they do,
so
but
you
I
dropped
pay no
his name.
attention for everything fake out there is 100 true channels. Yeah, I know, but I'm starting to feel, North, that basically with the faker channel, the faker channel? What am I saying?
The
With
fake
the people that,
YouTubers.
yeah, with the fake YouTubers, they're kind of taking over. You know what I mean? They really are taking over right now, and they're kind of taking over all YouTube, and it gives us a chance in hell, basically. It's just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
I
Am
do
I
know what
making
you
sense?
mean. You are making sense. I know what you're
Because I was
saying. It's
kind of
just
tongue tied.
I know. I know it's frustrating, but like I said, for me, I just got my 1K because I kept on hustling
See, look, I'm sitting here
and
again, right?
networking. Yes,
I'm sitting here again, and every time I sit here in this chair in this corner, I can always see something trying to peep around my door frame every time, even when I'm on live. It's just like someone tries to peep and say hello.
I know. And it's funny. It's like whenever you try to put the cameras to try to film, they don't want to show up.
No,
It,
exactly. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I forgot about that, Manny. Well done. Last night, because I've always got Manny knows about this. My hallway is full of activity. As you know, by my sleeping one, you've seen the orbs when I was sleeping in bed, but my
yeah.
hallway is even worse. So last night, I put Fred on a chair, Fred the bear, which is one behind me, and then I put my sensor camera. So I had both sensor things going off in the hallway, and it recorded bugger all. Literally bugger all. And I was just like, that don't make sense. It's so clever because I know for a fact there's activity in that hallway. I see them walking up and down in that hallway constantly. You know, I always see it. Even when we're in the kitchen cooking, I see them. But when I actually set all the sensors last night, nothing. I mean, how that's just ingenious if you ask me. I was like, wow, you've even got brains.
I'm sure if I was over there, I bet I would feel them around me, but I wouldn't see them. But then I probably would get dizzy a lot when my hand would or my head would be spinning more.
Mhm.
I'm sure I'd be yeah. I don't know. Just don't you sometimes can get sick too from like feeling that energy
Yeah.
all the time? Well, definitely drained because it seems like every time I go to the cemetery and then the next day I'm like awful and deaf. It's like, why am I feeling like deaf?
Hello.
I'm usually tired, but no, usually I feel like really terrible. I don't know what's. I stopped looking at the comments. So I don't know what people were saying.
Mm.
Right. He's talking about extending networking, right?
Which I do do.
Networking and collaborating. I know. It's just it's
Hey,
hard.
North, if you drive, let's both of us meet in Nottingham and we'll go on an investigation. There we go. That's a good collab.
We'll
If you
just
want to do that, we'll do that.
we'll just develop a team.
Yeah.
I always told you I
But
would be
North
your.
Nottingham ain't far from me because I'm in Derby and he's in Nottingham, so it's pretty close.
I'm in the States, so I'm too far.
Not too far. Hmm.
But I would film. I like filming. I think it's kind of fun.
If anyone wants to join us on the chat tonight, please let us know. If you want to come in and have a random level, have a screen, shout, let it all out kind of thing, more than welcome. I'll send you a link.
I'm surprised Smallwood's not in here yet.
I didn't follow he was wired.
See, I should tweet this out for you. Let me see if I could do that. Keep
I don't
talking.
have Twitter. I can't be doing with that because I have Facebook and then I have Instagram and then I have YouTube and then I'm also running 2 YouTube channels, not just this one. So I don't need no added so soon to handle. Not unless I can hire someone to sort it all out for me, then that's fine.
Me, I got you. I'm gonna see if I could.
Would be a good plan, right? What do you mean, Ginger? Where am I going? Let me know. Where am I going? I tell you what, sometimes I wished I could just pack up and leave and just go and say, you know what, bugger a lot of yeah, but it's not easy. I've got 2 little kids, so that's not exactly an easy thing to do, let's be honest. I would sing Leaving on a Jet Plane for you because I quite like that tune, but trust me, you'll soon pack your bag and leave when I start singing, so let's not go there. Let's not, let's not sing. Oh, I tell you what we're going to do as well. Hopefully, if I'm still on YouTube and I don't quit,
You're not gonna quit.
But July the 8th is my birthday, and believe it or not, I'm actually turning 30. God knows how I got that far, but I don't know. But I'm going to do a couple of drinks, and we're going to have a birthday live stream, so we're going to have some fun, aren't we, Matty? And me, I'm a lightweight, so even just one lager, and I'm kind of off my face because I don't drink, so that's going to be kind of entertaining.
When you're down here.
No, in July the 8th, on my birthday, we're going to have a birthday live stream.
Wait, you're going to do it there? Or you're going to...
Yeah, well, this is where I'm going to be.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you're saying. Okay.
You've lost the plot.
Doing it when you meant.
I hope so, North. I really do. Let's thank you, Julie. Who should we invite on? Come on, we need a third person. Come on, who wants to join us and have a babble? I'm in a babbly mood tonight. You got any ideas, Manny?
I'm trying to tweet this out for you. Sorry. Maybe Smallwood. I'm surprised she's not here.
Think it up. I will. Trust me.
What? What happened?
And she said, drink it up, I will. So on July the 8th, you're going to see a very different side of me.
Is that good?
I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. You only turned 30 once, so there you are. I know, but that's the thing though as well. Sometimes that annoys me, right? Now I'm turning 30 in July, but you know what? If I want to go somewhere, I don't know. If I needed to buy something from the shop that's over 18, for instance, you know, I have to take my passport everywhere with me for ID because they take one look at me and think I'm underage. But yeah, I'm actually 30. Believe that or not, but it's just me. It's a nightmare. I hate looking young.
I'm missing most of this conversation. I was trying to tweet too. Who looks young, Natalie? I'm sure you're not talking about me.
I don't need to vibrate my phone.
Do what? I think they're saying you look. I think they're saying you look young.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't look 13, let's be honest. I'll probably look about 20. Oh well, 10 years younger. A bit like the program. I don't need to go on that. I look 10 years younger anyway, so it's fine. How many have we got in? 3. Oh, no trolls so far. That's brilliant. No trolls. I can't deal with trolls. Let me none of them. What was I going to say? What do you want to babble about? Apart from these takers and moving groups.
Wait, good and bad. What are we talking about? What's I feel? I feel lost. By the way, you're at 293, so congrats on your subscribers. You're getting there, see?
I'm getting closer to 300. Oh my goodness, what on earth is going on here?
That's good.
Oh, I was going to say my phone. I mean, my computer's got the right here, sorry. Oh, got back up. And they're in a whole troll. Yeah, hiding. Probably know not to come back after last time, eh, Manny? We'll soon kick them out. There you go, back to our channel.
Sorry. There's... Wait, what are you trying to say? So, I mean, yeah, I understand what I think he's saying. Are you a he, by the way?
Yeah, exactly. But with me, I've been putting in tons of hard work since November, and I can edit a video for hours on end. Literally, hours. Takes me forever. And that's the trouble, I'm always grinding. And then today I was grinding again today, and then I got done for copyright even though the video wasn't up. And then it was just like, really? So I kind of just deleted it because I was like, forget it. Yeah. You've got a lot of shouting going on back there, Manny.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I tend to do that a lot. Women who will follow you. It doesn't work like that. It's tough to get right subs who will follow you. Yeah, that's true. Um, it's I don't know. I feel like it's all kind of like a game, like especially with the algorithm and all that. Like, well, I guess I don't know who I remember who I was listening to, but it's like I guess it also I have tried to do different types of videos and stuff like that, and it seems like I guess if we have to be stable in our videos. I don't know. And do you guys agree? Like, is it good to have variety of videos, or is it good to just do the same content a lot? Because I feel like also a lot of YouTubers get burned out by doing the same thing over and over again. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Makes perfect sense. I'm just burned out in general. I've just basically hit a brick in the wall, and it's just like, well, what possibly can I do next? If you can hear that, that's my neighbours being noisy, as usual. I'll get peace and quiet in this house. Yes, I'm hoping I don't, give up. But, when you've just hit that brick wall and then you're just like, oh no.
No. Oh, yeah, to go.
Quiet for once. You may need coffee.
What presentation and having the right attitude is a good start. I think I have the good attitude. I think I have to work on my presentation more. Go ahead.
I thought I was doing that right. I thought I did have a good attitude, and presentation wise, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just blunt. I can't help it. Oh, look at my little frizzy hair, man. I have to do something with my hair. I got a frizz bowl.
What else is on your mind? So you will be okay, Hunter. I think so. I think she will. She just keep going. And what's the channel called? Nick who? He is a awesome. Sorry, I have a hard time with great advice for smaller channels.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Well, I don't think it's a voice that I need really. I think it's just the fact that I've hit a brick wall because I don't know what to record and what to do. It's kind of just got a brick wall and it's just like, well, what do I do now? You know what I mean?
I do.
Because how many cemeteries can I possibly go to in order for people to get bored of it? People remember, oh, she's back in the cemetery or this, that, and the other, and people are going to get bored of that. They're not going to want to keep seeing that. But where else can I go?
It's not a bad thing. I do know a YouTuber that knows Michael, and she does cemeteries. I mean, I don't know if that's encouraging to you, but she just like usually does cemeteries and live streams.
I
So
know, but I want somewhere
it's
with more action. Do you know what I mean? I need a team. That's what I need. I need a team. I need to find somewhere with more action and more people.
it'll happen. It takes time. But I always say like not you can never. I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry. Like always hold on to hope. Always never give up your passion, your dream. Because I know in time things will grow. That's how I think. Like I believe like you just keep pushing because you never know. Why don't you do one day an awesome video and then people like spread that like everywhere? Then you know you'll blow up. I mean I've seen that happen with some people where they do one video and then that video made their thing. And you just keep on building on your craft. You keep on building on your content and make your edit your videos better and better and better. And people will realize that and they're gonna say like, hey, this you know she's for real. You know she's a medium. She's for real. She's a paranormal investigator. She doesn't fake her stuff, and people are gonna take notice of that. You just gotta keep on crafting your gift, your the things you're good at, and just make those things better and better.
No, I'm aware of that. It's just I've got nowhere else to go. I've like explored all my local area, and it's just like where else can I go? Really, I just don't know where else to go. And also, I don't drive. As I've told you, Manny, I don't drive. So it's just like if I want to go to a cemetery or somewhere, it's gonna take me at least a 40-minute walk. Literally, it just takes up half my day, and I just don't have half a day to waste because obviously I'm a full-time mum with 2 kids. I have school and to do this, that, and the other. And it just takes up too much time, really, especially when you don't drive or you don't have the right means to get somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That has disappeared.
Who disappear?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
It says just be honest, be yourself, and do the best you can. People will follow you for the right reasons. And it only takes one good video to make it. That's what I think too. And like I said, like the more you um, continue to make your craft good, the better. Um,
I know, but I understand all that, but at the moment I've just got to a point where I'm just tired of it all, you know? I'm exhausted. Send
I
me the
mean,
link Nat to what am I sending? Honey, help.
where are you at? What are you trying to do?
Well, he said send me the link to this.
Oh, Nick. Hold on,
Hold
I'll
on.
send it to you.
Oh, there you go. Let Manny take control on that one because I'm just like, what? I don't even know how to add people on Hangouts, really.
Oh, wait,
Hold on.
wait, who are we adding right now?
How do you do it? Oh, I've got it. It's alright. I know what to do now.
Are you talking about modding, or are you talking about dropping the hangouts in the chat?
I don't know what to do. Why are you talking? What are you on about this link?
No, he says
I've got a bit
like
of a headache.
no, he's talking about pretty much to make like all you need is like one good video to make it. He's talking about like one good video that you keep on producing
No,
content.
no. He said send the link to me.
Ooh, because I don't see that.
I don't know when it's
Hold
on.
on, I'm on live stream.
Yeah, give me.
Give me a second.
Okay, yeah, I'm just doing it. I
Give me a
think I'm doing
second.
it right. I'm pretty sure. Okay, pretty sure I'm doing it right.
Hold on, I'll be back.
I've done it. No, man, you left me. I've done it north. I think I did it right. I'm new to Hangout, so I don't really know how to fiddle about with it. But there you go. If anyone wants, maybe we should talk to the dead. Maybe we should put the spirit box on. I'm gonna call it EVP box on. Really stupid. But yeah, maybe we should talk to the dead. Maybe we'll put the spirit box on and start talking to the dead. It seems that I've got enough of them here. Oh, hello. You okay?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah. I'm just trying to catch up rating and stuff. So.
It's the 13th today. I don't like number 13. Oh, that James Cox is live again. Oh my days, my phone is blowing up. Hold on.
You're popular.
No, it's just the email. Not that I'm popular, it's just random rubbish. And my neighbours have been really loud again, you know? It's just like really, like everyone can hear the whole conversation.
Where? From where?
Downstairs.
Oh, your neighbors?
Thanks. Come on then, Lanny. You're normally a bit chattier than this. What do you want to talk about? I had a good old rant at the start and I'm just like deflated. I'm just like, what?
So I was like, you leave your live stream.
Oh, okay.
Louder. Wait, what? Loudest every? What does that mean? I'm so lost. And I feel lost. What are you trying to say? Oh, someone's here?
I don't know, but I think I just saw this black shadow like sit up off my bed. Hi, North.
Hi, how you doing?
Not too bad. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what you got to ask yourself now? Oh, sorry, have I broken on a conversation?
No. I was just saying that. I was just sat here and I think I saw a black shadow come, like, just sit up off my bed. But never mind.
Yeah, I've been seeing those for weeks.
Oh right, okay.
I've been having some quite bad experiences with the spirit box.
Oh no.
If you've seen my last two uploads, you'd actually understand where I'm coming from.
Oh, let's have a look at them.
Yeah, but what you got to ask yourself now is, what you actually want, for your channel.
Mm.
You got to sit down and think about which direction that, basically you want to go in. I think that helps a lot to get, things into perspective.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, to be honest with you, obviously I run my own business as well, being a paranormal investigator. I just want to be able to investigate different places, you know what I mean? But I can't. It's incredibly difficult. I'm a full-time mom and I don't drive, and it's just like I've hit like a wall, and it's just like I don't know where to go or what to do next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. What you need to do is find your footing and realize which direction you need to go in. I think you see, as far as like the internet goes, especially like YouTube. So we'll stay with YouTube because obviously there are other platforms out there, such as BitChute, Twitch, or whatever that you can use. But we'll stick with YouTube. What you got to ask yourself is, where you want to be within the paranormal field. Because if you just look around you, there are so many channels, literally tens of thousands, where you have got mediums, you have got those mediums that go out on investigations. So what you have to try and do is find that niche in the market to present yourself in, that is different to what everybody else is doing, and then when people recognize that you are different in some way, then they will kind of like sway towards you and support you in what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I won't, try and mollycoddle it. It is dog eat dog out there, and it is very, very difficult. It's almost as though if you want to fake your stuff, and some people just openly do it because they just don't care, but people don't look at the finer details. Now, that channel that fakes their stuff, if you actually take a look at their channel, a lot of them will say it's for entertainment purposes. So they can kind of like sidestep that, oh, you're a faker, because no, they're not. They're stating that they're for entertainment.
Yeah.
So like take my channel for instance. I'm actually quite serious about what I do. I've been in the paranormal for 38 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from a very, very young age. I had my first group when I was 17, going on 18, and I've been with that group ever since. The people within that group have changed, but you see, what I tend to do, because I'm a big advocate for the spirit box. What I like to present on my channel is basically some of the best spirit box sessions like you will ever see anywhere on on YouTube. So I will take those, and people have come to respect me for presenting really good, annotated videos, not just my own, and not just my own from my own live streams, but
Right.
from those other people that actually get really good stuff, but they don't recognize it because they've not spent a long time doing it, or their ears aren't actually trained to pick up what the spirit boxes are saying. And all this takes a lot of time to do. It's not something you can just learn overnight. There are a lot of things that are involved in that. So that's the way I present myself. And I've had this particular channel now for since 2011. So I've had it 7 years, and I never really did anything with it for like 5 years. And then when I started to put my own stuff out there, I went from somewhere like 250 subscribers up to where I'm at now, which is just over 1,000. So in that 2-year period, I've actually grown quite a bit, just for the genre that I'm in. So because that's the niche that I chose within the paranormal, and that's what I want to present, once I had that kind of like target audience where people knew what I presented was quality stuff, then that's when my subscribers started to own it on me. But again, if you take the paranormal field as a whole, you will notice that many people will do many things within the paranormal to try and cover as wide a range as possible. So my advice to you, Nat, is that first I would choose one thing in the paranormal that that you're good at, and then promote yourself along those lines. And then whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to do that comes with it afterwards, then incorporate that as you go along. See, what a lot of people try to do, and why a lot of people get disillusioned, is because they always try to do everything at once and they don't know where they're at. Mm-hmm. So their focus isn't actually on producing good quality stuff, because what they're trying to produce is everything all at the same time for everybody, and that's just impossible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, in the time I've been doing the paranormal, I've done over 600 investigations throughout the UK and Europe. Now, all my own personal investigations are all handwritten in manuals, in binders. That's because I'm old school. I'm old school paranormal. That's the way I like to do things. So I've done a lot of investigating, but what I try to do now is teach newer people that come into the field, the proper concept of what the paranormal is really about, like true paranormal. Now, what you find will happen with a lot of channels is the recognition between what true paranormal is and what YouTube paranormal is actually miles apart. So, okay, you've been on investigations, and okay, sometimes, when you start to get activity, it can be quite exciting. But what you've got to ask yourself is, how can that be put across on camera? Well, basically, it can't, because the majority of investigations, all you're doing is taking base readings, walking around, doing a few EVP sessions, or, taking photographs of this, that, and the other. And to convey that across is actually quite boring. So what a lot of bigger YouTubers and where they are today do is they basically just take their stuff and try to make it so exciting that you just can't turn away from watching. So the difference being is the people and subscribers that they get for their channels are basically like, they're like basically a cult mentality, where you know, they will follow them, and all they see is that channel. They will not step outside the boundaries of that channel. So they're only loyal to like the big channels, and they won't step anywhere else to go and look at what other stuff that other people are doing. And this is what makes it so difficult. You know, you can fake it till you make it, and you'll end up with tens of thousands of subscribers. But if you keep the paranormal true and honest, you grow very slowly. Because if you're doing paranormal the true way, it's actually quite boring, because, you know, no one's, you know, jumping through hoops and, you know, whatever to like produce stuff in real paranormal terms, because it just is what it is. You put an investigation, you can sit around for hours, you can sit there taking notes, you know, or you can fake your stuff and make it look exciting. But the concept is, when you actually look at what true paranormal is and what a lot of these bigger faker channels do, the realism is lost on the bigger channels, because they have to produce that wow factor, which doesn't actually ever happen in true paranormal. You know, so the basis of starting and getting somewhere within the paranormal field itself is really difficult. That's why, again, I say, if you go back, you know, to your humble beginnings and realize what talents you actually have and what you're best at doing, and then start with that, and then incorporate other stuff that you're good at within that. So one thing that I will never do is I will never, ever put my own investigations on YouTube, period. Because you can, unless you're just streaming and it's, you know, true paranormal is actually quite, as I say, I wouldn't say boring, but it is along those lines, because there's not a lot happening. You know, so you have to try and make it as true as you can to the original concept of what true paranormal is, and keep it real, you know, and then aim for that audience, and people will come to you now.
Right.
You know, for those reasons.
Yeah, I think I've just had a bit of a wobble. It's just I don't know what to do anymore. But yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, what about like with the spirit box and stuff? I already had to cleanse my house, which I did a video on. What about with using the spirit box in my house? And that is, you know, that's what I'm always worried about as well, because of my kids. You know what I mean?
Well, personally, I wouldn't advocate for using a spirit box anywhere near a child. You see, a lot of people that use spirit boxes don't fully understand what they're doing with them. You know, people will say, see, what you've got to understand, Natalie, is whenever you try to invoke any type of spirit contact, you are actually opening up a portal. Now, even, you know, like using an Ouija board, if you're trying to contact, you know, a deceased spirit, then you're actually opening a portal, you know, for that connection, for you to go through to them, or for those to come through to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's the same with an Ouija board. You know, it's the same, you know, with the spirit box. It's the same for anything where you want to talk to spirit. And this, what people don't actually realize this, but even saying the Lord's Prayer is opening a portal, because you are praying to the Spirit of God. You know, that's why every prayer is finished with Amen. So when you say Amen, you are closing that link after saying what you need to say, you know, to the Holy Spirit. You see, and a lot of people don't realize this, because a lot of people aren't actually, you know, that well up on what, again, true paranormal is all about. You know, so where the spirit box is concerned, it can actually be a very dangerous thing. You know, again, Nat, just look at my last 2 or 3 videos that I've uploaded, because I've actually had quite a bad time of it with what the spirits are saying. And it's not, you know, when you listen to the sessions that I've annotated, you will actually, you know, you won't have to second guess anything that's being said. What is being said on the spirit box is true, and it's real, and it's actually quite frightening. So I'm actually quite a good spirit box practitioner, you know, because I do know my stuff about the spirit box, because I've researched it now for quite some time. I've been in the paranormal for a long time, so, you know, I do know what I'm talking about. So what can happen is these spirits, or whatever these voices are that talk to us, they are intelligent and they do interact with us. And all I can say is just watch my last 2 or 3 uploads and just follow what I'm saying, and you will come to understand that, you know, there are things that many people don't realize that is real about the spirit box. They will, you know, they will just turn it on and think it's a telephone to the dead, and it's not.
No.
You know, not every time you turn a spirit box on, for 10 times you turn it on, you might not get nothing whatsoever.
But you're still opening the portal.
Exactly. So if you don't close that portal down, like you don't, you know, close down on a Ouija board by saying goodbye, then you are leaving that doorway open. So, and I am actually very, very careful with what I do with the spirit box, and I always close the spirit box session down. But over the past 6 months, I've actually suffered some quite serious health problems, like poisoning. I broke my left foot 3 months ago in 3 places. On Good Friday past, I actually broke the same left foot in 7 places, and I gained 2 cuts on it, and one of the cuts was like 2.5 inches long, and it was gaping open. I lost a ton of blood. But at the same time, I'm using the spirit box, and I've got spirits telling me that they're going to harm me. And in 2 sessions, they've actually mentioned my left foot. So, you know, if you connect the dots with what these spirits are saying, you know, and you can blatantly hear them saying it. You know, I've got Beelzebub coming through, telling me that he's going to harm me. I've got other spirits telling me, you know, that they want me to join them. You know, that they basically want me, you know, they're telling me to kill myself. You know, and this is actually coming through the spirit box. You know, again, all I can say is just watch my last 2 or 3 uploads, and you'll get the picture of what I've actually been suffering. So over the past few weeks, what I've had to do is I've had to back off from the spirit box, and I've had to cleanse and do invocations to try and cleanse myself. You know, and it's actually now just starting to work. You know, things now seem to be a little bit brighter, but it's not just what's coming through on my spirit box now. I have a friend who lives in Florida, Kathy Cook, and she is getting the same spirits, the same spirit voices on her radio as what I'm getting on mine, saying the same thing. And even my left foot has been mentioned with Beelzebub on her. Now, whether people like want to believe this or not, you know, I'm not saying, oh, it's demons or anything like that. But what I'm saying is there are things that we just do not understand enough about, because how can we possibly prove anything?
No, exactly, that's true.
Yeah, so, you know, at the end of the day, all it comes down to is in your self-belief in what you do. So I've gone through a lot with the spirit box, and especially just recently. Is it real? I don't know. Or, you know, was it an attachment that I picked up through using it? I don't know that, because it's something that I cannot prove. You know, all I can go on is what is being said on the spirit boxes. Not just my own, but like my friends' spirit boxes as well. You know,
sorry to interrupt, but it could be that, because ever since I started using the spirit box over the past months, I've been ill. Like different months, different each month. I've just been ill, coughs, colds.
Yeah, well,
they've got iron deficiency, and it's just like it just all keeps coming left, right, and centre.
And that's how it's been happening for me over 6 months. Actually, it's like it seems like the lower you feel in your health,
yeah,
they seem to like. They seem to basically attack you at a subconscious level where they can make you feel depressed, you know, and they can get inside your head, you know, prior to the last week or so, the spirits that I've had coming through my spirit box, it's like I've literally felt them around me. You know, that sense of encroachment when you're in a place that, you know, where you think that there's a spirit, and you feel that encroachment, like there's something standing behind you.
Yes.
You know, and, you know, it doesn't matter how you try to shake it off, you can't. You know, the ears will still stand up on the back of your head. Well,
I know this.
I've lived in this property that I'm in now for 9 years, 10 years, and I have never ever felt that until just recently, where I'm literally looking around thinking there's somebody watching me. There is somebody there. You know, I'm picking up like smells of sulfur. I'm picking up shadows, and I'm seeing shadows all the time. You know, and I'm even dreaming about these like voices, which I really dream. So is it all coincidence, or is there some connection there? You know, that is driving that dark force. You know, that from these evil, bad spirits. You know, again, I'm not saying the demons. Everybody jumps on the demons bandwagon, and I'm not even going to go there, because in all the years I've done the paranormal, I've never actually come across a single demon. Yet it seems like these big channels, they have 10 a week. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, really, come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Let's have a bit of like realism here. Do you know what I mean? It's and again, but there are forces at work that we do not understand. You know, so you have to be very, very careful with the spirit box. You have to know how to operate it. You have to know how to address spirits. You see, the vast majority of people will say, "Oh, just ask for my family member and see if they'll come through." So somebody will say, "Oh, is Joe Bloggs there?" Now, what you've got to realise by attempting to communicate with that spirit, that Joe Bloggs, is how do you know that spirit, that Joe Bloggs, is not in a comfortable, nice place where he needs to be in the afterlife? So by calling upon that spirit directly, you could be taking that spirit from a really good place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
that way, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people, that's what I'm saying, that a lot of people don't know how to approach the spirit box in the correct manner. So if you was to want to know about this Joe Bloggs, this spirit, what you have to do is you have to ask spirits. If you watch any of my sessions, I will always say, spirits, can you help me today? Is there a spirit here called Joe Bloggs? Not directly ask for that spirit. You have to work your way around it instead of calling straight forward for that spirit. That is a no-no. What you have to do is ask spirits that are willing to come forward. So you will always say, spirits, if you can you come forward and speak with me today? And then sometimes you'll get nothing. Sometimes you'll get those voices that will speak back to you, and sometimes you'll get those spirits that speak back to you and give you information, or help you to understand, where they are, or what they're about and why they are in like a certain, position in the afterlife. There's a lot of ways around actually talking directly and asking directly for spirits. That is a big no-no, because you never know where you're pulling them from. And not only that, how do you actually know that the spirit you're asking for is that spirit? It could be anything, and anything can come with that spirit as an attachment too. So you have to be very, very careful. There are right ways and wrong ways, to approach the spirit box. 99% of people that use them haven't got a clue.
That's fair.
And it's a scary thought when you start to get those really dark, bad, evil spirits. Again, nobody's saying the demons, nobody's saying it's the devil. I've asked the spirits to help me, and I've had the voices come through saying, I'm the devil, and I'll just say, no, you're not. The devil is Lucifer, is an angel of light, is an almighty, powerful, fallen angel. He's not some voice on the spirit box. If he wanted to invoke anything, then he could do that. So a lot of these spirits will deceive you when they talk to you. A lot of these spirits will blatantly lie to you when they talk to you. So again, you have to be very, very careful, with how, you approach the spirit box, same as you would do anything else where you invoke spirits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But going back to your like, you know, I mean, I think I stepped in on when you was doing half a rant there.
I'm always doing a rant.
But it's always good to get stuff off your chest if you feel, you know, like you need to, you know, because it kind of like clears your mind, and again it kind of like, you know, that's your subconscious telling you that whatever you're doing now isn't right for you, so now you have to make changes for that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, you know, if there's any advice I can give you, and I have been on like YouTube a long time, and I've seen people come and I've seen them go. I've seen them grow from absolutely nothing, you know, into like channels with tens of thousands of people on. And it, you know, all I can say to you is, if you are an honest person and you truly believe in yourself, then keep it real and do what you need to do for yourself, and do the stuff that you want to do to the best of your abilities. And people on reflection will see that you are that sort of a person, you know, and they will come to your channel and they will start to subscribe. But it's very, very difficult now in the beginning to get that foothold. So one, you have to be extremely careful who you collaborate with. So, you know, my advice to you is, if you try to collaborate with like the bigger channels, I've noticed it never really seems to get anybody anywhere. But I have noticed a difference where smaller channels will collaborate with like-minded people who have the same types of beliefs and the same types of morals, in the same, you know, moral standing and dignity, you know, as you are as a person. If you associate with them people on those channels, then people will subscribe to you at a quicker rate.
Yeah.
You know, people think because they jump on like a tiny small channel is never really going to collaborate with somebody with like 300,000 subscribers, because it's not for the want of you wanting to do that. It's just that there is nothing in it for them. A lot of those channels are just basically about ego building and money. That is all it's about. You know, and being in the, you know, being on stage in front of all the lights. That's the way a lot of these channels like to be. But again, you have to understand that it's about what you want to put out there for yourself to the best of your ability, and what you can do and what you can give or show those people within the paranormal field. And then the right people will start to subscribe to you, and the right people will, you know, follow you with whatever you do within the paranormal. It's you know, the paranormal field, when you I mean, I class myself as, you know, a small channel. I've only got like 1,000 or so subscribers. I'm absolutely nothing compared to, you know, millions of channels. But at least I know where I need to be within that field, and I'm actually happy with that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, it's getting that foothold. So what I would suggest to you is to look for those like-minded people like yourself. Do a lot of like social networking, and just sitting back and just watching what these other channels that are similar to what you want to do actually produce, and then approach them, you know, for collaborations, and they will always jump at the chance.
Yeah,
the bigger channels, you know, they never really want to entertain anybody, because it's not about you, it's all about them. It's a cruel world out there, Natalie. You know,
it's not easy doing what we do. Let's be honest, it's incredibly difficult. It's like now. I mean, while you've been talking, that's why I keep looking over there. I can possibly see, you know, something keeps trying to peer around the door frame. It's like, I know I can see you, and you're just being a tosser, and you don't want to show yourself. And that's the way I look at it. It's just like, really?
Yeah, I mean,
but I know it's there. But it actually had the brain the other night. You know, I put 2 sensors in the hallway, and it recorded nothing. It actually had the logical sense not to go in the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, I was going through a real bad time of it a couple of weeks ago, and broad daylight, I was seeing shadows, and you know, I wasn't mistaken. I was actually seeing, like, you know, dark black shadows all over the place, tall ones, small ones, wide ones,
Yeah.
things, you know, things that ran along the skirting board. And I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom last week, and as I exited the bedroom door, to my right, I literally, you know, grown man screaming, because literally directly to my right there was a black shadow, a tall black shadow, and it made me jump. And I was still watching that direction, and my heart was racing. And I looked, and there was nothing there, but it was virtually on top of me as I exited the bedroom door to turn left towards the bathroom. But it was right there, and then in an instant it had gone. And I actually felt like the waft of it backing off. And, you know, that's as real as it can get. Now, whatever that was, I don't know. Was it real?
Because, well, yeah, because I mean, as you know, I'm a medium, so I do see and I hear them with my ears. And, you know, sometimes, yeah, you do get the black shadows, this, that, and the other, but then also you get the ones that actually look relatively human, but just slightly more see-through, you know what I mean? That's how I see them. Yeah. I mean, it was like Manny was on the phone to me, and because I just started to cry because it was so horrible, but I actually seen a spirit-like child standing in my living room doorway that actually represented an older version of my son. Now that was just freaky in itself, and I didn't know what to do. You know, it just made me cry because I was like, that's just creepy and weird. So it was like, did something manifest it to look like my son, or you know what I mean? It just didn't make sense at the time.
Yeah, I do think that, you know, whatever, you know, like I say, I've been in the paranormal a long, long time now, and you know, I've seen all sorts of weird things. You know, I have actually seen a full-bodied apparition standing in my kitchen when I lived at my other property, and that was a woman. You know, and I actually drew that woman, and I presented it to like people that, you know, lived in the area, like my next door neighbour, and they all said, "Oh, it's Beryl, the woman that used to live here before." And they're all saying, "You can tell it's her because like the way you've drew her, you know, with the dress and, you know, her eyes and everything. It's definitely Beryl." And, you know, just momentarily I saw her, but she was all blue, like a faded blue colour, and quite a stout woman. But I, you know, I definitely saw her. She was definitely there. There was no mistaking it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There 1 second and then gone the next.
Yeah.
But, you know, I always say that spirit is a consciousness. So, you know, my explanation of the way I explain it is, if you look straight forward now with your mind's eye and look towards the wall, just imagine, you know, a donut covered in sprinkles. You can see that right now. As you're looking at it right now,
Yeah.
you can envisage that right now in front of your eyes. You can see that donut covered in sprinkles. It's there because your imagination, your consciousness has created that in front of you. And I think that that's what spirit do. Because spirit is a consciousness, they can put those thoughts of whatever they want you to see, whether it be, you know, a person, you know, like did you say it was like your son?
Yeah, but it was like an older version of my son. My son's 4, but the child looked about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Like,
So you know, that could be like a relevant thing that may happen in the future. They may be showing your son, you know, at that age for whatever reason. There's always a reason and a meaning behind it. But you know, what I'm saying is your consciousness itself can actually envisage that donut against that wall in front of you right this second as I'm talking to you now. You can see it in your mind's eye.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to make you hungry, but you know, I believe that because consciousness is like a collective of everybody's thoughts, that spirit can actually make you envisage that in your mind's eye, so they can put those projections of what they want you to see in their mind's eye. That's what I believe that spirit is when it manifests itself.
Yeah.
You know, and then other times you know, they can make these images, you know, more vivid. So, you know, it's like I've been in, you know, I've took part in quite a few seances over the years, and I don't know if you've ever heard of transfiguration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll get the lead person on the table, you know, a circle of 6 or whatever you've got. You'll all join your hands and you'll all concentrate on bringing a certain spirit forward. So the person that takes the lead is the person that the spirit will transfigurate on. So they will take the esoteric from the air, and then they will form that esoteric energy onto that person. So the lead person, I mean, I've seen it myself, you know, happen, you know, right in front of my eyes, where you know, there's a blonde lady, her name was Linda. She had you know, she had bright blonde hair, almost white in color, bright blonde hair, and it was styled in a short bob, you know, just above her neck. Yeah, all 5 of, you know, she was the 6th person. She was at the head of the table, but the other 5 people that sat in the circle around the table, we could see a spirit forming on top of her features, and it was actually quite horrific to look at. It was like you was looking at like a witch or a hag with drawn inward, you know, sunken cheeks, and you know, black sockets, you know, where the eyes should be. You know, it comes across scary like that in most transfigurations, but it only looks that way. It's not being harmful, and it's not evil or a bad spirit. What it actually is the spirit cannot form. You know, there's not enough energy for the spirit to manifest the, you know, the correct features on top of that person's face.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
So the energy can waver high or it can waver low. But if the conditions are right, you can get, you know, like a true transfiguration where you can get like the true full spirit face, which covers, you know, the person that, you know, sits at the head of the seance. You know, so again, it's, you know, it's our spirit manifests itself. You know, they can do it in various ways, but it's all about, you know, the optics and the visuals of what they want you to see in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
You see, which is another reason why transfiguration is very, very difficult to catch on camera. You know, I've sat in seances where, you know, we've had like a really good sit-in, you know, and, you know, the head of the table, you know, they've had multiple transfigurations of, you know, of different spirits. And all of us around the table have all seen it with our own eyes. Yet when the recording is shown back, there's absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, because they don't seem to show on camera, do they? It's mainly orbs that you see on camera, really.
Yeah. And again, you know, this tells me that spirit is a consciousness that projects what they want to see in your mind's eye as you're looking at something or you're trying to focus on something.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion, that, you know, and that's what
I agree fully. You know, I agree fully with you.
Yeah, you know, it's again another reason why, you know, the paranormal is the way it is because nobody can seem to agree on anything. Everybody seems to, you know it all or whatever. No one's actually prepared to sit down and discuss what true paranormal is about. It's like the YouTube paranormal community, you know, it's like a joke to the outside scientific paranormal community who take it seriously. You know, they can't look at YouTube people and take them serious because they're actually in the serious process of investigating and researching what true paranormal, you know, phenomena is.
Yeah, true.
So, you know, but what you've got to do now is you've got to find what you want to do in the genre itself and go with that.
Yeah, I just need to. Well, I just want to get my business up and running, really, and you know, try on investigations of people's houses. I do them online and try and get that up and running. But it's something really hard. Like you said, it's not easy.
Yeah, it is difficult. You know, but again, you've got to you know, everybody wants to go to 30 East Drive. I've been to 30 East Drive 3 times, never even got an EVP. Now, does that mean to say the place isn't haunted? No. You know, I believe that anywhere can be haunted.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, can spirit attach to certain properties? Of course they can. You know, but does it mean to say that they're going to, like, give you anything or show you anything? You know, after years of being played like a circus act, you know, they've probably buggered off years ago. You know, but you know, this is it. You know, I see all these people turn up at 30 East Drive. Yeah, I don't see a single bit of evidence that they produce apart from an EVP. You know, but in saying that, you know, you can get an EVP anywhere now. Absolutely anywhere. I was on a Lufthansa flight to Germany a couple of years ago. I had my voice recorder in my pocket, you know, and I caught an EVP on a Lufthansa flight at 30,000 feet. Does that mean to say that the aircraft was haunted?
Mm.
You know, we don't know where EVPs come from. They may not even come from the actual vicinity that you're standing in. You know, people automatically think because they get an EVP that somewhere's haunted.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
haunted now, but it's like, well, not necessarily.
yeah, you know, and it's just not the case. You know, you can get EVPs absolutely anywhere at all.
Yeah, because I mean, like, just down the road from me, there's like a little park where I take my son to play, and I keep meaning to do a session there because, you know, I know there's something there. You can sense it, you know, but it seems creepy to do it in a park.
Yeah,
creepy.
If you get that sense of encroachment, or you know, that feeling that you're being watched, or there's something definitely, you feel like there's something definitely that you know that's there with you, it's always worth, you know, doing a little EVP session with a recorder, because you just never know what you'll pick up.
Yeah, I might do that tomorrow.
But what where you've got to be real about it now is EVPs happen on a recorder. They imprint on a recorder, but what you've got to like realize is it doesn't, you know, there's no proof to say that EVPs are spirits.
No, exactly.
There's no evidence of that, because you can get EVPs anywhere. Because you get EVPs, it does, you know, there's no scientific fact that has proven that EVPs are from spirit. All we know is that these voices, you know, they imprint themselves on recorders, on electronic devices or tape recorders. You know, so is it paranormal? Of course it's paranormal, because it's unexplained. But it still doesn't mean to say that it's a spirit, because how can you actually prove that?
That's very true, you can't.
Yeah, and it's the same for a lot of stuff within the paranormal. You know, it's like, you know, take my own like journey, for instance. Over 600 investigations, and 200 of those, Natalie, have been for the church. So, you know, like someone goes to the church once and they say, "Oh, vicar, you know, I'm sure my back bedroom's haunted." You know, I'll get a phone call from the vicar, and then I'll send a guy round. I'll send Glenn round, you know, and he'll investigate your back room for you and tell you if you've got anything to worry about. Basically, that's how it goes. So, you know, I've done, you know, 200 investigations for the church, you know, because my speciality is doing, you know, residential hauntings anyway. I prefer to do, you know, houses, because, you know, you can get a lot of history, and you can research the properties and the grounds that, you know, the houses were built on, you know, over the centuries. So that's why I actually prefer to do residential properties, because they're a lot easier on the research. So, you know, so out of like 600 investigations, I would say that in 22 of those 600, there was something like, you know, something not quite right here. You know, we've got good evidence to suggest that, you know, there's objects, you know, moving slightly, or, you know, you'll get that sulfur smell, and, you know, you'll get some EVPs. And it's not just about, you know, visibly seeing anything. It's about having a collective of evidence from, you know, like a REM pod. You get a hit on that. At the same time, if you get an EVP, you know, and something moves or you get a smell, all these accumulated pieces of evidence tend to suggest that there's something happening in 22 out of 600. And out of that 22, where something may be not quite right, there has only actually been 5 that I could, you know, say relatively that something was in those properties. You know, something was influencing the movement of ornaments, and you could physically hear disembodied voices. You know, as you're walking through a property or something, you will hear these disembodied voices. You will get EVPs with names on. You know, so again, out of 600 investigations over a 38-year period, I would only actually say that 5 was possibly haunted, but cannot actually be proven 100%, you know, because how would we ever know that? You know, it's only a collective of evidence, not just going there once, but going back again and again and again to collate that evidence. You know, I've got some cases on some of my files where I've been going back over 20 years to the same property to try and continue to get that evidence. You know, and this is where the paranormal falls short on YouTube, because people turn up at a residence, they do a 5-minute EVP session and a 10-minute spirit box session, and oh, it's haunted.
Yeah.
You know, how can they assume anything after one visit? You know, for a couple of hours, it's just ridiculous.
It takes more than one visit.
Yeah, you know, when you investigate and research, it takes a very long time to accumulate any kind of evidence. Yet, you know, 99% of like YouTube people, they just seem to get evidence everywhere they go, and it just doesn't work that way.
No, I think they're just like playing with fire, some of them, and just not realising what they're messing with.
Yeah, but and this is why their channel's grown that, because they're putting on a show for everybody. You know, whereas if I was to go out and investigate, it'd just be so boring, because I'd be sitting there for 5 days twiddling my thumbs trying to listen for a disembodied voice. Or, you know, it's funny as well that these people just turn on a recorder and instantly they're getting loads of EVPs. It doesn't work that way. You can turn on a recorder and it can take you months to get one word. Yeah, these people, they're getting like full-blown sentences. You know, fake as maybe, you know, I don't buy it. I've been in the field too long to know what real paranormal is about. And it's nothing like what you see on YouTube. It really isn't. I'm waffling on tonight.
No, it's fine. No, I just think they're just
My take on the paranormal and that is completely different to many people.
No, I agree with you. What you said, I agree totally. It's just like some of these people that fake it as well. I was thinking, really, because you really want to, because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're faking it and they're actually putting the spirit box on, just like you're opening that portal, but yet you're not closing it. So I hope karma comes and bites you in the ass. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you're not doing it correctly, and that's what annoys me.
Well, this is another thing that when you know, some people say to me is, oh, I've been listening to my spirit box for 3 months and, you know, I've not heard anything come through it yet. You know, and this person might be an absolute arsehole. Well, the spirit actually knows that this person's an asshole. So he's not going to talk to that person, you know, because why would that spirit in a residence let its guard down to a known idiot? It's just not going to happen. You know, spirits are as in life, as in death. They are exactly the same. You know, they don't just suddenly become something else when they pass away. They're still the same person with the same moral values. You know, it's like if I walked into a room and started, you know, shouting my head off and calling people, they're just going to like put their heads down and ignore me. Spirits do the same thing. You know, exactly. They recognize those people that, you know, just could actually be quite dangerous to them, because, you know, we as, you know, people, you know, we can actually banish spirits by doing cleansings and that. Spirit might have lived in a property for like, you know, 30 years dead. And it might be happy and attached to that property. And then somebody comes in because, you know, oh, they've just realized that they've got spiritual activity there. And then all of a sudden you've got somebody cleansing. Well, that spirit doesn't want to leave.
No.
So, you know, that spirit will become angry because it doesn't want to leave. It doesn't want anybody to invoke a cleansing because it's happy where it is, or else it wouldn't be there. You know, yet people just walk into these properties and start cleansing left, right, and centre, you know, and trying to move the spirits on, which they can't do anyway. Do you know what I mean? And it's just ridiculous, you know.
Yeah,
So,
more white noises in the chat. She told me to let you know. I don't know whether you know that they're in there.
oh, Zara, yeah, I know Zara. She's a little darling. She is.
But yeah, she's here as well.
Hello, Zara.
I don't know what I was going to say now. It's going to help me out. No.
Glenn doing Glenn. Oh, okay, Zara. Yeah, Zara's she's a lovely lady. Now she's she's paranormal white noise. She advocates for learning new biz, you know, in the field. I work very closely with Zara. She's got her head screwed on. You can guarantee anything I've said to you now. She understands fully.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
But yeah, she's a lovely lady, Zara is. I've had, you know, I've got a lot of time for Zara, especially like where the paranormal is concerned, because she gets it. And she'd be a nice lady to collab with.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you should come on here when you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to order it. But you know what? I was going to say something. It's really gone out of my head, and I've just had a massive brain fart.
I do indeed. Yeah, I've actually only just turned my chat on in the last 2 minutes, to be honest with you.
Gone blank.
I didn't actually realise Zara was there. But yeah, you know, again, going back to spirits, you know, people will say, oh, you know, I've been trying for months and months and I can't get anything out of the spirit box. Well, you know, it's all about patience. You know, letting those spirits that actually surround you, letting them know, you know, that you aren't a threat to them, you are a decent person, and slowly they will start to open up to you. And then what happens is the connection will grow. You know, it's more or less like you, Nat, you know, with your mediumship. You know, you can ohm in, you know, in a sense, when a spirit wants to like come forward and talk. And it's the same thing with a spirit box. It's just that I'm not a medium, you know, but I use a spirit box and I can talk to what these voices, what we presume to be spirits, and they will answer me. Same as you're a medium where your mind is open to spirit, you can channel.
Trust me, that's not a good thing. Trust me, it's not a great thing. It's awful. And people will say to me, why do you use a spirit box if you're a medium? It's just because I find it a bit better, because sometimes I like to close it off, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be hearing voices all the time or seeing things all the time, because if that happens, I'll end up in a blinking psycho ward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know that I've actually heard that quite a lot.
Which? Blocking it off, basically.
Yeah, where mediums say that sometimes they prefer, you know, a spirit box because they can just turn it off at the end of the, you know, the session and close down that way, instead of actually having to try and close off spirits, you know, mentally. Yeah,
because it's really hard if you do it that way. It's just drains you. I mean, it drains you even more. You know, it's incredibly difficult. It's like, now I'd rather block it and use the box because it's just a lot easier.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up in a psycho ward. I'm all right, thanks. I don't want to go there.
What's your friend's name, Nat? Is Akoko? How do you pronounce his name?
Akurayu.
Akurayan.
Akurayu.
Akurayu.
Yes.
Is that a character from a fighting game?
No, there is Ryu from Street Fighter, but my name means Red Dragon.
Oh, right, okay.
And before me, this one was using spirit boxes left, right, and centre, doing this, that, and the other, and just basically dabbling in things that you shouldn't be dabbling in. But
I didn't know.
I've actually watched some of your PSB7 sessions.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you do actually get some, you know, pretty relative good answers as well. So you get some good replies.
Yeah, I've been helping him with that lately, because obviously he's not learnt to hear them, but obviously I've been helping him translate that. And you had a good one last time, didn't you? You had I was actually getting replies from his grandpa.
Yeah, I'm listening now. I'm just going to let the cat out.
The captain. That sounds odd. I'll let it out the bag, will you? But yeah, you are doing well with the spirit box sessions now, aren't you? Really, you're getting a lot better.
Oh, thanks to you.
We're getting there.
I can't take all the credit. You helped me a lot. I just go there and try to communicate. I mean, I gotten comfy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think the spirit's gone now.
Oh, that's weird that you were saying. It's gone.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's
What we
just
got?
because I can sit here, like I said, it's really funny because I can sit here and all you can see is this black head, like playing peekaboo. Let's put it that way. Kids playing peekaboo. It's really hilarious.
What happened? I was just listening. But no, well.
Normal white noise. If you like put your email in here or email me. I mean, my email's in one of my videos. If you want to do a chat one night, just let me know and we'll arrange it.
Hey, Max.
In fact, I'll just put it in anyway.
Paranormal People is Max.
Mags. Right, Manny, what am I like with names? Seriously, I'm useless. Don't even go there.
Paranormal Mats. Wait,
Well,
who's that?
Well, her name's Mary Lou, but we'll call her Mags for sure.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, she's trouble, basically. I just want to ignore her. But yeah, we're a good bunch of people this side of the paranormal now. You know, like I say, it's finding the people you want to associate with. You know, that more or less have the same, you know, beliefs as what you've got, or what how you want to hold the paranormal yourself. You know, and it is difficult. I say that foothold is difficult to obtain, but once you find it, you know, and you meet certain people, you just follow the people that they follow, and they're all there for that same reason, because you know they have the same take as you on the paranormal.
Yeah.
You know, and you just slowly expand from there.
What is my Hangouts email? Do you know my Hangouts email on? I don't know what my Hangouts email is. I've got that many emails. I've got about 4 or 5, and I'm just like,
Wait a second.
Yeah,
I'm lovely and innocent, she says.
yeah, right.
I thought you had to watch the innocent ones. I thought that was a problem.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like Zara, she advocates for, like, you know, learning people in the paranormal. She's got, you know, quite a few. I think she's got a playlist of about 22 videos now. You know, which they're basically aimed at like new people that come into the paranormal. You know, the different, you know, videos like the difference between residential and residual spirits. You know, what devils and demons are about, poltergeists and shadow figures. Yeah, and then she's got other stuff, you know, like how to use a compass in the paranormal, training your ears, you know, with a spirit box, you know, what to listen out for. Yeah, she's got loads of stuff like that on her channel.
I'll have to look into it tomorrow. I never seem to find time for anything these days.
They always say the quiet ones are the ones to look out for.
Yep. Why did my computer make that bleed? Someone messaged me.
So where would you actually, you know, apart from like, you say like you want to, you know, do your business, you know, what's that like, setting up?
I've already set it up. I've got a website and everything, but I just can't get the custom.
Oh, right. What's the name of your website?
Let me find it. Hold on. Type in the chat. It's too long to then write.
Zara left you a message there in chat now. She says she sent you the message on Hangouts.
Hold on, I'm looking at it.
Are you talking about your email?
Yeah, I believe that, I think it's www.spirithunterparanormal.co.uk. I'm pretty sure that's the end.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
just give me a second. I found it. I'm just trying to copy paste. Give me like 2 seconds and all.
Yeah, so yeah, I've actually got my website and what I do, like house cleansing and stuff like that, and but I've just not hit it off.
Is that through what?
That was loud. Say it
That
again.
was, that was loud.
Sorry. Give me 1 second.
My potty got ears.
I'm sorry.
We can't hear it because he's got his headphones on.
No, I just thought I'd try and make my own business. I've done a couple of private sessions, but I haven't done a lot really.
What, as in mediumship?
Yeah,
Session.
I do mediumship via computer, but I did a paranormal investigation for my sister online. So basically, the night before, I got her to basically walk around the house, and I would see what I picked up the next day by video editing, and then kind of worked out what was going on.
Right. Okay. That's actually quite different. I've not come across many.
It's just easy, like I said, I don't drive, so it's just a lot easier for me to do it that way, you know. And sometimes, I mean, being a medium, I can just pick up random stuff
Yeah.
pretty much straight away. It's not easy. I can go in a pub and think, oh god, there's something here.
And we've got more trouble in chat now. We've got Bumfluff.
Who's that one?
That's Rose. That's Rose. She's a lovely lady. Hello, Rose. How are you, sweetheart?
Manny, is that the one I used for this one? Manny? Hello?
I think so. I was trying to find your email. I don't know.
Right. You know White Noise? How did you send me a message on Hangouts? Which email was it? Because I'm really confused with what email I'm using right now. Do you know anyone?
Yeah, I thought that was Spirit. You said Spirit Hunter Paranormal at gmail.com.
Yeah, but I don't know whether that was in the Hangouts bit or whether it was the other one.
What are you trying to do? Get the link to Zara?
No, I'm just trying to find out what email it is.
Oh,
It's the
right.
email you put in the chat here. I put 2 emails, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, she's just asking that. Is that the email that you put in the chat here?
Yeah, I put 2. I put the Harrison one in, and then I put the Spirit Hunter one in, but I don't know which one I'm on from my Hangouts. I know it's one or the other. I can't remember.
Hi, Claire. Didn't see you there, Claire. Sorry, sweetheart. Yeah, that's Claire Albert. We've got Claire in chat. I didn't actually see you there, Claire, so I do apologise.
It was the Harrison one. I thought it was. Thank you. I've not lost the plot then. It's fine.
There you go then.
Yeah,
So you got Claire there. Now she's another lovely lady.
yeah, how has Claire been in here? We've got that many people coming in. I'm getting a bit confused. Manny, have you not been keeping up?
I love that name, Akorayo. It definitely
I
sounds like.
can't pronounce it. It's just like you want to try and pronounce it. I'm like, no, not me.
Definitely sounds like a kung fu master. Oh, my foot. It's feeling a lot better, Rose. I had to have it re-stitched the other day. They took the stitches out they put in a week or so ago, and they put me a new set of stitches in, and it feels so much more comfortable now, Rose. If you're just wondering then, that I broke my left foot.
Oh no.
I slipped over in the shower and I cut it, quite a severe cut, and broke it in 7 places. But the funny thing was, that's what I was explaining to you earlier on that, about these spirits mentioning my left foot. Because I did that accident, and you know, the spirit box kept mentioning the left foot, not just on mine, but on the other lady in Florida's spirit box.
Yeah, because that's strange, because me and Manny have been talking a lot lately. And he's been having a lot of weird activity going on that sometimes relates to me. So, yeah, I do understand completely what you mean.
Ah, well, that's what my last video uploads about now, about by association, you know. So take for instance, right, so the lady in Florida, I speak to her, I work with her quite closely with a spirit box and that, and what I've been getting, the voices, and especially the darker voices that I've been getting on my spirit box, have actually been manifesting on Earth Spirit Box, saying the same things, like the same names. Like I'm getting Beelzebub, she's getting Beelzebub. On mine, it mentions my left foot. On Earth Spirit Box, it says my left foot. So there's like an association between people when we talk to people that we know closely. That manifests, like, you know, in strange ways in the paranormal, and it definitely manifests like on the spirit boxes. So that's what my last video upload was about. It was about by association with things that resonate between people when they talk about it, and then it happens, you know, in the paranormal.
Yeah, we're still over looking at Manny. You still there? Is he still there? Manny?
Sorry. Yes.
Right, you there? No, basically, like we were talking about, like, you know, with basically what I was saying is that sometimes, you know, because we're talking a lot, that, you know, sometimes in the spirit box sessions you do get quite a lot. I mean, he's been getting like, so basically if he goes to the cemetery and he does a spirit box session, people will actually say my name. They say Natalie, or they say Spirit Hunter and stuff like that, and it's done right amazing because he's all the way in Florida and I'm in the UK. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, they're just so clever, you know. It's just like, really. Hello, White Noise is joining us now. I forgot her name again.
Hi, Zara.
Zara, that's the one.
Hello, Trouble.
Hello, Trouble.
You all right, hon?
Aye.
Yeah. Going back though to that now, it's strange that you should say that because you're like, what, 10 miles away from me. So you're in Derby, I'm in Nottingham. Ryu's in Florida, you say?
Yeah.
The lady that I talked to is also in Florida.
That's amazing. Small
See-
world, eh?
You see what I mean? That by association, like those coincidences, those instances, like seem to become closer. Like, is it a coincidence that, you know, that is an occurrence? You know, but when it occurs on the spirit box, it's even weirder.
It's
Yeah,
cool
exactly.
it's cool when it happens on the box.
It is.
It's cool. She says, and I'm sitting there editing his video. Well, not editing his video, but listening to his spirit box session. I'm just like, hold on, why are they talking about me? I'm not even there, you know? It's just like, really?
Yeah. Well, Zara is in Bavaria in Germany.
I am. But
She's
I'm not German though.
No, she's a Sussex girl from the south coast in Brighton.
I am.
She's
I like Brighton. I've not been there for a while.
I am. I'm a wee Sussex lass.
with a Scottish accent.
With a Scottish accent.
that lives in Germany. Yeah.
Half Irish.
Oh, yeah, we'll buy that, Zara.
Hey, what?
We'll buy that.
Yeah.
I did see somebody else in chat now. I think it was somebody called Frostwolf Studio.
Yeah, they did pop in. I don't know where he's gone. Yes,
Yeah.
there wasn't here.
Did
Sorry,
you?
yeah, just bear with me. My eye has just come over all stinging. My eye's like really stinging, and I don't know why.
Ouch.
I can still see you poking your head through the door. Look, this spirit here just wants to keep playing peekaboo with me tonight. It's kind of pissing me off right now. I'm getting really annoyed. I don't want to play peekaboo.
What I would do right now, I'd get a recorder out and I'd do an EVP session.
My baby's in bed.
You're not bothered?
Hmm?
What do you say? You're not bothered?
My little one's in bed asleep.
Oh, right, okay.
And as you said earlier on, it's best not to do that.
Claire said she's part unicorn. I do not believe that.
Wish I could be a unicorn. That would be quite good.
Is Exploring Ginger your friend, Nat?
Yes, I think. Yeah, subscribe to me, and I think I've subscribed to them as
You
well.
know Exploring Ginger, Glenn.
Do I?
Yeah.
It does sound familiar.
They go into Dave.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Ben.
Yeah.
They go to a few other places.
I knew I knew the name sounded familiar. So yeah, definitely. I can remember now from Dave's. Mr. Green Bay Whacker.
Mr. Green Bay.
I like it. It's funny.
Oh, Dave is funny. And he's just like that off of the camera as well.
Yeah, Dave's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Good kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he said he's got like 50 hats. I'm sure I asked him once. I'm sure Exploring Ginger that he said that he had around 50 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
That was last week, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need a hat to cover my hair. It's just growing back now, and it just looks. I don't know what's going on with my hair at the moment. I should put a hat on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that stream where you shaved your head.
I did.
Yeah, I saw
When-
bits of that. Oh.
Yeah, when you said it, I thought, nah, she's not going to shave her head, and there she was, with the clippers.
Yeah, because what I did is because obviously I was doing the vlogs on this channel, and I thought, really, I want this channel to be based on the paranormal. So then I decided to set up the other channel. So I do the other channel based on vlogs, and then I do this one on the paranormal.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I just run 2 channels, and it's, to be honest, it's done like that.
I haven't done anything on my personal channel in, I don't know, about a year.
No, I think I might have to leave the vlog channel for a bit and just start focusing on the paranormal.
Yeah,
Because
well,
otherwise I'm just going to go nuts.
I've ended up doing actually quite a lot of my non-paranormal stuff actually on my paranormal channel. So, but I don't mind. It's all good fun. It changes things up anyway. So,
Exactly.
bye, Mags.
And Mag's going.
Yeah, she's got to go.
Oh, bye.
Okay, Mags, take care, hon. Don't get yourself into trouble like you normally do. Yeah, Mags is a lurker. She creeps around the internet in those dark corners.
Oh, she's a stalker.
Yeah, she's a stalker, lurker, professional.
Oh.
She's got paperwork to prove she's a stalker.
Oh, wow.
She'll jump out at you when you least expect it.
Lovely.
Oh dear, oh dear.
She's a good girl, Mags is.
Yeah, she is. Now,
Yeah, so-
I came part way
I'm sorry,
through.
I need to say this right, but one of you, I know it's not me because I'm sat here right here, but one of you have got voices around you, and I don't know which channel. I'm really confused. I can hear disembodied voices with one of you, and I don't know which one it is.
That's probably Zara.
Possibly.
Oh
She
yeah,
has-
it only seems you, Zara. So yes, possibly you. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
Things.
It wouldn't surprise me at all, Nat.
yeah, and Nat, you've just had what looked like an orb fly past your head.
Did I?
Yeah. What I'll do right now is I'm going to put myself on mute while I make myself a coffee, talk to Zara, and then see if you can continue to hear those voices.
I can try.
Because
Yeah, no.
Zara's place, she does have spirits that pass through.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
Zara can explain that to you. She's talking to you anyway, but what I meant by that. So I'll just go make myself a coffee. Carry on, you two ladies.
And Manny, don't forget Manny's here.
Yeah, you forgot someone, Glenn. It's terrible.
Manny. So is that
That's for you, the one I can't pronounce.
so? What's that? Is that Manny? Manny.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I've got that then, Manny. I won't forget that.
All right, no problem.
I bet
Right.
you will.
No, I won't. Who said that anyway?
Guys,
All right, I'm going to put myself on mute. See if Nat can pick up on anything where you was, Zara.
all right. So, what Glenn means is at times my place can be active-ish.
Mm.
Doesn't bother me because I'm used to it. And what I mean, if I give you some examples, what I've had over the years, I've had a book fly off the bookshelf. I've had a tea light lantern fall off of wherever it was. I've recorded as if somebody's making a cup of coffee in my kitchen when I've been in the other room. What else have I had? I've had spirit lights on camera. I've had an orb follow a direction of what I was doing. It's an experiment I was doing. Yeah, I've had some weird stuff here.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that night where you had the in the bed.
Yeah, okay. The bump the bump in the bed sounds really weird. I was just dropping off to sleep, and it felt like somebody was pulling my ponytail. Now, bearing in mind, I've got a high bed with like my desk underneath, and where my head is a wall. So it felt like my hair was being pulled, and then it felt like my legs were being pulled. Now, at the other end of my bed is where I've got my wardrobe. So I thought to myself, well, I'm either hot. I was beginning to wake up, and I thought, well, this is a bit bloody strange. So I got up, came in the kitchen, had a cigarette, went back in the front room, and just as I was about to climb up the stairs to get back into bed, I noticed that there was like a lump under my duvet, as if somebody was laying underneath my duvet, and it completely freaked me out. And then I sort of patted all my hands down, and sort of the lump disappeared. And then I got back into bed. It sort of felt like as if somebody was still there, and it was just about to start again. And I'm like, no, this isn't going to happen again. I went off to sleep.
Oh, forget that. I mean, Manny, you had it as well, though, ain't you? I mean, Manny was telling me the other day that he was in bed and he felt someone. What did you say, Manny? What was it?
Like someone like hit me, like in a way, like it felt like a smack. I can't remember, but it woke me up.
Oh, I wasn't actually asleep. I was just about to fall asleep. It's that point between sort of being conscious and unconscious. You know, that sort of, you think you're awake, but you're not 100% sure type phase, just as you're going off.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I've felt spirits sit at the end of my bed and all sorts. Trust me, I've had it all. And then, like, sitting there and then lifting themselves up and getting up and down. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, make your mind up. Are you going to sit there, or are you just going to keep getting up and down like a headless chicken? It's just like, really? And then, I mean, it's like these days, nothing bothers me because, yeah, you can slam a door, you can chuck a cup at me. It don't bother me because when I was younger, one of them tried to suffocate me, which I always say, well, that's 10 times worse than someone throwing a cup at me or slamming a door.
Oh, God, yeah.
So it doesn't bother me anymore. I just get on with it.
Well, I know that they try to get my attention sometimes, but my first encounter with the paranormals was when I was about 7 years old. So, and it's not that it happens all the time. It's on and off. But I'm so oblivious to it now. It's just like,
Yeah, you just get used to it. It's just like, no, I'm used to it now. Carry on.
Yeah, it's like,
We don't care. We're done.
No, but I know it's like lately on one or two of Glenn's streams, they're actually calling me by name.
Well, I don't know, because what I've picked up is that you have a child. Well, I don't know where it's gone, but I can't get nothing at the minute. But what I've picked up is you have a child with you at the minute. It's saying it's me. It's saying mom and help me, and it's a child.
Don't know.
For some reason, you seem to have a child with you at the moment. I don't know where it's come from, but you have.
Good question. Have you ever had a spirit like be in bed with you?
Have I what?
Had a spirit lay in bed with you?
Not lay in bed with me, no.
to like be in bed?
Well, apart from that experience that I was just talking about, but that wasn't actually physically sort of in the bed with me. But if it's a little girl, yeah, I can probably understand that.
I can't, because she wants you to help her, and she's saying it's me, and she's calling you mum or calling someone mum. I don't know who.
Probably if it's the person that I think it is, they won't be calling me mum, because I can't have kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know then. Well, maybe she looks up to you like a mum.
Possible.
You know, it's like I have a little girl here, and I have an older gentleman here. The little girl won't leave here because she looks up to me as a mum. So basically, she's just stuck here. So it's like, just carry on then. Just live here. It's fine. I've got 2 children. I'm sure we can have a third, which is a spirit child. It's fine. It's normal.
Not a problem. I know that there's an old woman that if she comes through, or passing through, should I say, for some reason she likes my kitchen. I could be sitting here looking at my kettle, and I'll turn away and my kettle will move. And even Glenn will tell you, Glenn's heard it himself. And even, it wasn't the kettle, but the other night I had a sort of plastic cup sitting on the sink. And it moved. I didn't actually see it move, but even though I'm directly opposite it, but I heard it. Because I know where everything's placed, and I was sitting in the kitchen anyway, and I'm like, oh, okay.
See, I would love that though. I really would. I would love for one of them to come up and do something or do something.
I'm completely oblivious to it. I'm just so used to it. So I've got say a spiritual notice board up that if you are passing through, and I've got my radio out, and I'm doing a box session, because I don't, all my box sessions that I do, or should I say when I turn one of my boxes on, is always in front of the camera. I don't turn a box on away from the camera. 99.999%. Because it's when my boxes are off, this is me time, leave me alone, spirits, I don't want to communicate. And don't frighten my rabbit. I don't have many rules. It's like, if I'm not filming, don't interrupt me, with me spiritually and everything, and don't frighten my rabbit. That's really the main rules that I have for spirit when they come through.
Yeah, I love your rabbit. Your rabbit's cute.
He's a pain in the butt. I had to put him to bed. He was being too noisy. But yeah, it's if I've got one of my radios out, and the camera's on, and they want to talk, go for it. Don't mind at all. And they seem to be all right with that. But yes.
Sorry, I was listening.
Don't worry.
I was listening to your environment. That's why I went really quiet. Manny's really quiet. I don't know what he's doing. I think he fell down the toilet a long time ago. Are we boring you, Manny? That was gone again. See what I mean? It's just men, typical men. This is, it's just.
Oh yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, they just don't listen. Just like,
no. I tell Glenn that at least 10 times a day.
No, because the thing is in bed as well, bro, you can actually call the name, and then you have to call it at least 10 times for him to get to answer, if you know what I mean. Because just like, no, just talk to the brick wall, because they're just not going to answer unless you call them 10 times.
When women are talking, as men have to remain silent.
Oh, look, here's one just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Manny's gone to say goodbye to his dad. Oh, okay.
Oh. Bless.
I'm going to turn this light off and my hand up really dark now, but it's 7 hours. Oh, it's only 10 past 10 and I'm yawning. Come on, I feel like a right old egg.
It's all right. It's almost 10 past 11 my time.
Oh, I just get really tired lately. I'm only coming
Everybody,
30 and, you know, I just get tired.
Yeah, it's going around at the moment. I was extremely tired yesterday, and Glenn was saying there's been quite a few people complaining of tiredness lately. So,
Yeah, they're up as well.
mhm.
Yeah, but I don't know whether it's just me or whether it's because of, I don't know, I've been having a lot of illnesses the past month. And now I've got iron deficiency, so I don't know whether it's that. Or whether I'm just generally feeling tired. I don't know.
Well, the weather is generally all over the place. It's like I was saying to Glenn, was it last weekend before? Can't remember now.
I think it was last weekend.
Was it last weekend?
Yeah, sure it was.
No, not the weekend just gone, the weekend before.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, because we
Yeah. Yeah, above 800 meters here, we actually had snow.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I want some snow. No, round here, in that right, Glenn? I mean, round here, right, all we've had is rain, then it's been cold, and then today it's been like 16, it's been really hot. It's like, what the heck? You know what I mean? I just don't know what to wear.
We've had 18 in Nottingham.
Really? It's only been 16 here.
Yeah, it's been 18 here, but where you are, Derby, you normally get lots of heat.
Oh, we've gone from near on 30 degrees, and at the moment, where today was like 12, 13. So we've gone from one extreme to the other here at the moment.
Nightmare.
Yep, but it's all right. I'm off to enjoy the sun in a couple of weeks. So
yeah, I'm off to Florida in July, the end of July.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go and collaborate with Manny. We're going to do some videos and. So yeah, I'm off there, and then I'm just gonna have a week off from the kids because basically I'm not gonna do a lot for my 30th because I don't really go out drinking. I don't drink. So I thought, you know what? I'll book myself a week off from the kids, and I'm just gonna go away for my 30th.
Why not?
What's that
Why
mean?
not?
You only live once.
Yeah, why not?
Hi, Kirsty.
Hello, daughter. My parrot daughter.
It's so quiet in my house right now. It's really creepy. I don't like it anymore. It's so quiet. Just like, all I can hear is the fish tank bubbling.
I have a woman in my bedroom. I know that sounds.
Listen to the story, though, Nat. As funny as that sounds, listen to the story.
So last year I moved properties. I used to live further up the close where I am actually on at the moment. And in the bedroom there, and only in the bedroom, very quiet there, I used to hear, at first I thought I was hearing things, and I could hear this, So I'd be getting undressed, myself sorted for bed, and I'd hear this faint woman's voice, but it was so clear. Even though it was so faint, it was so clear. And all I could hear was, And as time passed by, I'm thinking, it's like every time I come into the bedroom and I'm getting ready for bed, it's almost as though like this disembodied voice is judging me. So as I'm like getting undressed in that, you can hear a and I used to call her the disgruntled lady because she never ever spoke. She never, said anything verbally as a word. It was always like a grunt or a or a, like a, almost though it was like a disapproval or sometimes an approval. So when I moved properties, I thought I'd left all that behind. So getting into bed and, in the new property, and it didn't take long, it was only like a matter of weeks before I actually realized that she was still there. So again, I'd come into the bedroom, last off, I'd be getting into bed, and all I could hear was, you know, so faint but so clear. Definitely there. You know, I'm definitely not imagining it. So I guess she followed me from that property to this one. So I don't know whether she's like a, you know, a ex-family member, a guardian angel, a spirit of some sort. No idea, but she's definitely there.
Well, not unless she knows that you've just been to so many places in the close. She's like, where's your next move going to be?
Yeah, possibly, because this is the fourth property I've been on the same close.
Yeah, so she's just going to stalk you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a spirit stalker.
Yeah, she's just like, you're not moving far, I might as well stalk you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to find you.
You know, most men get, you know, a 5'6" bimbo. You know, I get, you know, I get a disembodied spirit voice.
As long as if you don't die when you're in the night, you're alright.
Oh yeah, yes, that's right, Kirsty. Yeah, Unicorn 3 in the chat. That's Kirsty. She's in Aberdeen in Scotland. Sorry. I do apologise. She's in Glasgow in Scotland. So yeah, so I'm sitting on the bed one night, and this finger poked me in the back, and it was a cold finger. There was no mistaking it. That gave me the chills. That did. It was just like a single prod right in the middle of my back, and it was definitely a finger. And it wasn't like a prod that would hurt you or anything. It was just a slow, progressive like prod in the back, like someone like going like poking me. That was weird. That was.
I think the best thing that is the story of your speaker with the non SD card.
Oh right, yeah.
And I've not physically witnessed this with my eyes, but I've witnessed it auditory. Yeah.
So I bought this Bluetooth speaker. Now, I used to have a cat called Salem, and when I used to play around with him, I used to like, you know, hide from him and jump out on him, and we'd play the game with each other. You know, what I used to do, he used to do back. It was quite funny, and I used to say to him, "I see you," and I always used to say that to him, and it used to send him crazy. Like, he used to go nuts. Like, he used to love it. So I'd like hide, and I'd say, "I see you," and I'd constantly say it, and it'd just come bombing in the back door, skid round on the front room tiles, then bomb back out the back door. He used to love it. And the funny thing was, I sat there one night, and the Bluetooth speaker activated, and I've still got the recording, and it's a voice saying, "I see you." Now, it never. Now that cat.
It gets weirder now. It gets weirder.
Yeah, that cat was like my soulmate. A lot of things happened in my life at a certain time, and the most constant thing through it was my cat Salem, and he was not like any other cat. This cat was just unreal. It was just so different. It was like he was human, and unfortunately, he got killed on the railway lines. And I never heard that speaker activate before then. Now, when Salem was lying on the railway lines, he was there for like 3 days. I asked some workmen to see if they could see if there was any cats that had been killed on the lines, and he come back and he says, yeah, he says there's a big black cat down there. Now, in that 3 days build up, I had a black crow sat on my back fence all day long, from daybreak till night time. That crow would constantly look me directly into my eyes and like cocking its head to one side, and it'd sit there corking like it was telling me that like Salem's on the lines. I mean, they do say that the crow is like the messenger of death, So I asked this workman if he would, you know, box the cat up and bring it round to me. And he did that. And as soon as he brought the cat round, I brought the box through to the kitchen because I wanted to bury the cat on the back garden. And my brother come round and he looked out the kitchen window and he said, look at that bird on the fence. I said, yeah, it's a crow. I said, it's been there for 3 days now. I said, it's been corking non-stop, like all through the day from morning till sunset. I said, and then it flies off and it comes back the following day. I said, it's been there for 3 days. Anyway, when we went out onto the back garden my brother was going to, like, you know, dig the hole to put the box in with the cat in, and the crow remained on the fence. It was like, you know, any other crow would have just flew off, you know, scared or whatever, but this crow actually sat there. It let out an almighty cork, and I'm telling you, that crow looked me directly into my eyes, and then it just like shuffled his feathers and it just flew off, and I never saw it again.
Wow.
Now, that was strange in itself. So anyway, after like we buried the cat, it was the day after, and I sat there, the Bluetooth speaker activated, and it said, I see you, and I've still got that recording there because I recorded it when it happened. It's only on a voice recorder, so it's not 100% clear, but it is there. You can hear it perfectly. Anyway, I had that speaker for about a year, and it packed up and it's worked. So I literally like bust it apart, you know, for parts, and you know, it was non-existent. The rest of it went in the bin. So not long afterwards, I ordered another Bluetooth speaker, and I sat there one night and I was talking to Zara, and the speaker activated. I said to Zara, can you hear that? And she's like, yeah. I said, that is the new Bluetooth speaker. It had never been hooked up to anything, and the same voice came out of it, and it said, I see you. Now, ain't that weird?
That's just so freaky. I can remember that.
Kirsty, Spirit Hunter's name is Natalie, Nat for short.
Yeah, okay. Nat's answered.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just catching up with chat. Yeah, I was devastated, Kirsty, when I lost Salem. He was literally my soulmate. If I, you know, I'd give anything to have him back.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, that was weird. That same voice came over that second speaker, and that speaker had never been hooked up to anything. So how did that voice? Well, for a start, how did the voice come through the first speaker, let alone the second speaker?
True. Oh, Natalie's dropped out.
Has she dropped out?
Natalie's dropped out. Yeah, she should be back on in a minute.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Kirsty, that's interesting. Well, and she's back.
There she is.
Hello. I didn't think we was going to join back on, but I got back on. You talking about creepy stuff, and my internet decided to sell. Story's my life.
Yeah, so that voice, Nat, Kate, I don't know how far you got into it.
Let's not mention that voice again, because look what just happened.
Say what?
Let's not mention that voice again, because somehow my internet cut off and I don't know why.
Well, what I said was I bought a second speaker, Nat, and I've never hooked that speaker up to anything, yet that same voice came through the second speaker. Exactly the same. I see you.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no, let's just sit there.
You know, and I'm a logical kind of like person, and I cannot explain how that happened.
Because that SD card that was in that original box has never actually been in that new Bluetooth speaker. Well, it's not new anymore. It's like a couple of years old now, isn't it?
Well, that's where it gets strange, hon, because the original Bluetooth speaker never had an SD card in it.
Mm.
So how can a recording possibly come through that speaker when nothing was ever recorded on it and it never had a memory card in it? And for it to happen on the second speaker is even weirder.
Well, yeah. Well, that's just the story of your life, though, hon.
Yeah, but it's unexplainable. I cannot explain that. It just blows my mind.
Well, it's paranormal in every sense of the word, but not necessarily paranormal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I had another strange incident with a crow. You see, I don't know if you noticed, but I used a crow as like my avatar on my channel, and
Oh, are you gonna tell the story of that day?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a nice story, that is.
yeah. So just over a year ago, my mother passed away,
I'm
and
sorry to hear that.
oh, thank you. So when we was at the service, obviously family's on the front row, and the lady was doing the service in that, and I nudged my brother who sat next to me and I says, "Yeah, David," I says, "look in that TV," because in front of us, you know, like some services, they have like a TV there so they can play recordings onto, you know, for family and stuff and remembrance and that. So at the front there was like a 60-inch TV screen, but it wasn't activated, it wasn't on. So all you could see in the screen was like the reflection from the back of the room. So I sat there and I clocked this crow just outside the window. It was quite high up, but I could see the crow, and I actually turned around and looked, and I could see this like enormous crow sitting on the top of like this what looked like a greenhouse, an old style hexagonal greenhouse spire thing. So I nudged my brother David and I says to him, look in that TV screen. I says, can you see that bird? And David says, yeah, like it's a crow. I said, it's been sat there since we come in. I said, I watched it land. I said, I've seen it flutter its feathers. That's what brought me attention to it in the TV monitor. Anyway, the lady who did the service, as she closed the book on like the remembrance speech for my mother, the second she closed that book, that crow let out an almighty like cork, and it just cocked its head and it just flew off. Now I find that strange as well. It was almost as though it was like my mother saying goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a message, you know, and that's how it actually felt. I know it's, you know, it's odd and it sounds strange, but it is how it actually felt.
No, it ain't odd, because I remember I was only young at the time, but at my nan's funeral, I've always got a thing for butterflies, because at my nan's funeral there was actually a little butterfly who sat on top of a coffin all the way through the service and then flew off when the coffin actually got lifted to go and get buried.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, how things like that happen?
It's weird how animals do
Yeah.
that. It's bizarre. Never can work it out.
Yeah, I've had that experience twice with crows, but I've actually got.
Well, no, if you say 30, you can say, well, I don't think it's paranormal though, but you can say 3 times because of last week, because you had one tapping on your window.
Yeah, last week I was talking to you, Zara,
I know you were.
and I could hear this tap, 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 and I thought to myself, weird, where's that coming from? Ignored it, carried on talking to Zara, and I heard tap, 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 tap. So I got up and I said to Zara, because hang on a minute, because there's something like knocking here, I don't know what it is. So and I realised it was coming from the window. So I moved the lateral blind open a little bit, and right there in front of me was a crow on the windowsill tapping at the window.
Oh, no. Is it not your spirit animal or something?
I don't know, it must be.
Because I think we all get spirit animals. So maybe it might be that.
But the supermarket from where I am, Morrison's, it's about, I'd probably say it was, I don't know, about 1,000-yard walk from where I live. So I actually walked down by the river. You walk down by the river to get to the supermarket. It's like a back path. So there's 2 crows that are nesting in the horse chestnut tree that faces my property, and I actually feed them monkey nuts. I'll go out and I'll chuck a few monkey nuts down. Now, when I walk down the river, those crows follow me.
Mm.
Oh wow.
But it's like I said to you with that one tapping on the window, because where you put them out generally daily, and because if you've not really been able to do that, and it's like I said to you, I think they're probably tapping on the window because they want their monkey nuts.
Yeah, they're like, hold on a minute, mate. Come on.
Yeah, that's how it was. It's like, oi, where's those monkey nuts? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Mind you, I think you have an affiliation with animals anyway, Glenn, because of Gertie's boyfriend. That was a wood pigeon that he saved that he had for a few years, but couldn't fly. Gertie got a boyfriend, had 2 babies, only one survived, and Georgie actually cut it, and Gertie died. What? It's nearly a year now, isn't it? Gertie died.
Yeah.
And George still comes back sometimes with the remaining child occasionally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that was, like, I've got a cat. Well, I had 2 cats. I had Salem, the one that got killed, and then I've got Alfie, the other cat. Now, cats just go for birds and kill them dead. But Alfie knew that Goethe, that wood pigeon, was injured, and he never bothered her at all, to the point where the bird could walk up to Alfie and snuggle into his side, and he would wrap his tail around her, and they would both sit there in the sun, sunbathing.
Oh, bless him.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
And that's a cat and a wood pigeon. Like, 2 things you'd never think you'd see eye to eye. But that bird, she used to just. It's like he'd go out the back door, and all the wood pigeons would fly back into the trees, and Gertie would be walking up to him, looking at the other birds, what are you doing? Are you scared of something? Oh, he's all right. He's a big softie. And she'd just go and walk straight up to him, and walk past him, oh, he's all right. He's a softie.
And then Georgie got used to him.
Yeah, and then the one that the male wood pigeon that partnered up with the female, it was it just fly straight down where the cat was, and just walk past him oh, he's all right.
Oh dear.
They did sunbathe in the Mankini, Claire. Hello there, HTD Paranormal Dolls. How are you, my friend? Hi, Cynthia, sweetheart. Are you well?
You're seeing messages that I've just not even seen. It's not even come up. But
Everybody ignore Claire. She's trouble.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to end it here, though, because I've got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
then. It's been nice chatting.
Yeah, it's lovely chatting. But yeah, if you want to come on again, let me know and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, will do. Yeah.
I was going to say, even though I came in late now, it's been a lovely stream. What I've caught of it.
No, yeah, we'll just have a random chat here. We'll just chill out. Yeah, it's been lovely having you both.
I hope I've changed your mind then, and not after you ran, you've calmed down and.
I'm calm, honestly, for now. Until something else annoys me, I'm calm for now. So yeah, we're good. I might go to that park tomorrow and do a little investigation.
Yeah, just film it all now, put it together, edit it, and just sling it out.
I've got to watch though, because people bought the dogs on that field, and then I look at you thinking, what the heck is she doing? You know what I mean? So then it's just like,
oh, I wouldn't worry about it now.
You're lucky you.
I did one on my mum's balcony, terrace balcony in Turkey last year with somebody that's never seen a box session done before, and she was flabbergasted. And where I'm going back there at the beginning of next month, I'm going back to some Roman ruins because I didn't get a chance to go back there last year, and that's going to be so busy. And I've already turned around and said to me, Mum, when we're going to Ephesus, when I come back over, I'm going to disappear for about 10-20 minutes because I want to go and do my thing. And she knows what I mean by that. And she's like, yeah, all right then.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah,
Well,
I'll give it a go and I'll see what I'll pick up. Because I know there's
Yeah.
something there.
go for
Yeah,
it.
you just never know what you'll catch. Now, you know, a lot of people have missed opportunities where they feel that encroachment of spirit. They get those feelings and they just pass it off. You know, whip the recorder out. You know, you never know if you're going to get EVPs on your recorder or on, you know, what you're filming with. You just
Yeah, well,
never-
I'm starting to think maybe I'll just take all my equipment everywhere I go now. It's just like, let's just take it everywhere anyway.
Well, I do. You know, I've often like reading through my pockets for something and pull out, you know, a Panasonic recorder or something.
Oh,
You
dear.
have to be prepared, you know, because things in the paranormal come at unexpected times. So, you know, if you can carry something around with you and prepare yourself, you know, you've always got that opportunity to capture some evidence.
That's very true.
That's the way I see it, anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just say a quick goodbye to those in chat. So, thank you, Claire, for turning up, and Cynthia, and Kirsty, and HTD.
I'm not even seeing them ones, but thank you anyway for turning up. Well, thank you for everyone that come, but I'm not seeing the last ones that you're seeing.
Are you on top? Are you on Top Chat now?
Now I'm on live chat. I think it's because I lost that connection. It kind of all mucked up. So
Yeah, you have to make sure every time you do a stream that, put it onto live chat.
yeah, it's definitely on that. It's just having a dicky fit.
Yeah, all Top Chat. I mean, I haven't got a clue why YouTube actually introduced that. It's terrible. All Top Chat will do is the main people that are actually chatting in the chat, it'll only show them. So anybody else that comes in, you know, and makes themselves known, if they're not saying anything, then Top Chat won't show it. So it's always best to manually switch it to live chat, and then you can actually see everybody that's in the chat.
That's true. Don't go off on a tangent, Glenn, because Nat needs to get some sleep.
Yeah, I know, but I'll say goodbye to Sir Evans, who's just popped in as well.
Bye, guys.
Oh, Manny's back.
Oh, Manny's back. Hello, Manny. We're going now. Oh, funny enough, now that I'm leaving the chat, I can see all the messages that have just come through.
That's weird.
You see what I mean? No, it's a ghost. They just got it in for me tonight.
Yeah, spooky.
Yep, always away. But thanks for joining in, and if you want to come again, just let me know. I've got you on Hangouts file for you now, so it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thanks for popping in.
All right,
Thank
all right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Nara. Bye, Nat. Bye, Manny.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. And Claire in the chat, behave yourself, Trouble.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.